So I train in Thailand in Muay Thai, and it's my first ever time training at a gym that is not weights.
Just at the gym at the moment, and you can see it's quite big. But first time training at a Thai gym, and John has to wear the rental gloves.
Absolutely.
I just bought some new ones. Yeah, there'll be better experiences. Things so bad. But yeah, that's how the first session. See how we go.
Everyone told me that I have to go to a Muay Thai gym in Thailand. It's a great experience. I'm a newbie, and I wanted to see what it was like compared to Australia back at home. And I want to see what it is like to train in the homeland of where the sport came from.
It's John going through some correction.
So I started training Muay Thai about 18 months ago, and I had no prior experience in martial arts. All I did was really lift weights for a few years. And when I mean a few years, a couple of decades actually. So quite a long time lifting weights, and I had a lot of strength, but what I lacked was my fitness and body awareness, which are really important elements in Muay Thai. I can't say that properly, so I just say it Muay Thai, Muay Thai. So after 18 months, I've picked up the basics of striking, jab crosses, your basic kicks, but there are so many dimensions in martial arts that I still have to learn. It was really cool to walk into a gym like that and just see a gym dedicated to just one thing, which is Muay Thai. And it was massive. There was a sense of occasion. When I walked in, a lot of other people were training, they were doing one-on-ones. Interesting to see that there was not one dumbbell, it was just pads, gloves, bags, and some boxing rings. So the training was pretty basic, and I think they did that on purpose because the coach didn't know what our experience level was, so he didn't have anything planned. For me, I haven't done anything. We were just doing some basic pad work for 60 minutes. For my mate John, he's had a Taekwondo background, which is a lot different, and he kept correcting him on some little things that he did as a kid in Taekwondo. And I think that was his kick, where he did little hops before each kick. But overall, the coach did little corrections, and I think we were pretty good with the basics.
Left knee, right step over. Hang, very good. One more. Hang, one. Hey, elbow. Hey, yes. Now 1, 2. Tap, elbow. Hey, yes. Kick. Hey, more. Hey, no jump. Step. Kick. Hey, more. Hey, block. Back, left kick.
It was quite hot, so we got tired a lot quicker. And then we just did a few fitness drills. We didn't really break down any technique, and I wonder what it would be like if I was to do a class. And I think a class setting would be maybe more fun. You'd have other people training with you, get to spar against other people. But yeah, we just really had a pad session. The coach was really nice. His name was Yaya. I can't really forget that name. I really like that name. It sounds like character from a video game. But he's been fighting since he was 7 years old, and now he's in his 30s. He's had over 200 fights. It seems like everyone has had a lot of experience in Thailand, obviously. Even my taxi driver had 10 fights. In Thailand, everyone has had some sort of contact with this martial art. It's like back in Australia, at home, everyone's kicked a footy at one point in time. I think the only limiting factor was the English, the language barrier. It was probably hard to communicate certain things, and we could only communicate on a basic level.
Bang, bang, back, back, lean back, sharp, left hand. Yes. Kick. One hand, back side.
So the pricing of this was quite cheap in my opinion. Back in Australia, you would pay double of what we will pay here in Thailand, or there in Thailand. We paid 1,800 baht, which equaled to about 80 Australian dollars. And this is for 2-on-1. So back at home, you'd probably pay twice as much and for a little bit less time. Overall, it was an awesome experience. I'd definitely do it again, but this time I would try a class. I think you would suit one-on-one if you've never done anything like this before, or maybe you're at a more competitive level and you want to learn something that you haven't learned before, you want to drill in certain things. A class would be more suited if you've probably done it before and you just want to get amongst it and meet other people around the world that are training the same thing.
Just finished up at Sinbi Muay Thai, and yeah, very tired now. But just hit some pads, a little bit of conditioning. What do you think? It was good. I grew up doing Taekwondo, so my stance was like really side on. So that was actually hard to like stand straight on more, but overall it's good fun. Yeah. He said I had fast hands, but my legs were weak.
Taekwondo kicks.
Yeah, Taekwondo.
But yeah, place looks really good. Usually a lot busier, I think it would be. Let's focus on that. Yep. But yeah, a really big space. Definitely come back here. But yeah, really good experience. And got some new gloves. So overall, I highly recommend going to a Muay Thai gym in Thailand. And there's so many to pick from, and I just chose one that had really good ratings and really good reviews from forums, and I really enjoyed the experience. I've heard that the popular ones, they get quite overcrowded. You might not get as great of an experience. And that's it, that's training in Thailand. I'll probably head back in a year or so's time and see if I can do a class and get more out of the training in Thailand.